This is what happens when you take one vision and build it on an international stage. 10 teams, two continents, one game that's faster, closer, and more explosive than anything you've seen before. This is arena football, and we're taking it global. High intensity action, intimate, in your face competition, non-stop scoring that keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's football at its most raw and electric. Teams from North America and Europe will battle through a grueling season, all leading to one destination, Las Vegas. 5 weeks, double elimination, a tournament where only the strongest survive. The last team standing walks away with $2 million and etches their name in history as the true world champions. And their fans, they win too, with renewed season tickets for the following year. The love is real, the competition is real, and the stakes have never been higher. This is the International Arena League, arena football's quest to find the best in the world. We just want to know who's the best.
Well, perfect. Right on time. Who's the best? That's going to be us right here. Good afternoon, everyone. Excuse me. My name is Adrian Ross. I'm the general manager. I'd like to thank you guys all coming out. I'd like to thank you for being here today, the media, our partners, and fans for taking the time out to join us. Today, on behalf of the Cincinnati Slingers, I'm I'm proud to officially introduce our new head coach, Sean King. Coach King brings an incredible combination of experience, leadership, and proven success at multiple levels of professional and collegiate football. Throughout his career, he's built disciplined teams, developed top-ranked units, and consistently competed at a high level. More importantly, he aligns with the culture we are building in Cincinnati, and that's accountability, preparation, and winning. We didn't just look for a coach that had a strong resume. We looked for the right leader, and Coach King is that leader. We're confident that under his leadership, the Cincinnati Slingers will continue to grow, compete, and to raise the standard for the organization. Coach King, welcome to Cincinnati. We're excited to have you, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to you to go ahead and let him have, because again, who's the best? Cincinnati Slingers.
Good morning, folks. Again, glad you guys are here to join us in the unveiling of our Cincinnati Slingers organization. A little bit about myself. As you guys watched that video, a lot of my buddies and friends were a part of that. And it just brought back a lot of memories to what we are trying to do and build here. The thing is, when like Adrian said, when they reached out to me or when I reached out to them as well, it was about making sure that this was the right fit for myself, being that I had been to a couple of other organizations. I wanted to be in the right fit, in the right city, with the right mindset. And I felt like this organization was the one that was able to do that. I had other opportunities, but this was the opportunity that I felt that was going to be most beneficial for me and, for the city, so we can make this thing work together. At the end of the day, arena football is a fan-friendly game. It's very community-oriented. So when you guys come to games, make sure you bring your kids and just bring your friends and be ready for a good time, because it's a little bit different than like going to a Bengals game or an NFL game. This is a little bit more intimate, and it allows for, like I said, your kids and that to meet with players and intertwine with people that you wouldn't normally get to do at regular NFL games. So This game offers a lot of other smaller nuances that allows you guys to be closer to the athletes that we bring into town. Um, with that being said, we do have a quarterback already signed, Charles McCullum. He's played in the Arena League and the IFL. He was actually the MVP a couple of times, and he's set many records and has thrown a lot of touchdowns. So having him, I felt like getting first was going to be the biggest thing because he played with me in 2024 back in Salina, and we went to the semifinals, the game before the championship. And so our working connection was very, very, very solid. And so once this opportunity came about, I felt like getting him would be the start of a great thing. We also have James Hines, who's a big, nasty offensive lineman. You guys, you'll see him for yourself. If you guys happen to be sitting close to the walls down there, you got to watch yourself. You got to watch yourself anyway, just because this is a different kind of game and there's always things happening. Like we teach our linemen to play to the whistle. So with that being said, there might be some guy landing in your lap, because you're in the front row and then somebody's getting flipped over the wall. So it's that kind of situation. So James is that kind of guy. He's a ultimate protector. So we got him to protect Charles. And then we also signed Kenny Bill is a veteran defensive back that we got that was on board with what we were doing. Everything that we brought to him, he was accepting of that, and he's ready to make things happen here in Cincinnati. We have a bunch more, a handful of other contracts that we're waiting to get approved through the league, so we'll be announcing those shortly. So, as you guys check social media, Instagram, Facebook, and things like that, you guys will be able to see who we have. Um, Other than that, we just plan on making this a very, very exciting experience for everybody who's involved, especially the community, because again, that's what this game is all about. It's not, these guys aren't getting paid millions and they're not just secluded somewhere. They'll have access. You guys as the fans will have access to our players, whether you see them at a restaurant or, just out and about in the town somewhere. That's what we're preaching. That's what we want guys who are here for the bigger cause, not just to come score touchdowns and stuff, but to be actual, good stewards out in the community. Um, and with that being said, we will have an open tryout. We don't have a date or a location yet, but we're getting that taken care of. So if there's any players in the local area that want to try out for the team and get an honest shot, we'll have that available too. So again, when that information is up, we will have it on our social media, and you guys can check that out to see when those dates and locations are. Um, Other than that, I mean, we're just here to have a good time. We plan on building a great culture here, getting out in the community. I know these guys are working hard to get sponsorships. I mean, at the end of the day, this is arena football. Like I said, these guys aren't getting paid millions of dollars. So the work that these guys, we're all going to be doing to get out sponsorships out in the community is going to be big, because at the end of the day, when I'm recruiting guys, they want to know that the amenities that are offered in Cincinnati are, I know the things that run in this league or these leagues. And if your housing and your food and other things aren't up to par, then, it's kind of a battle to get some of the best players because other places offer those things. So as we're getting this off season finalized, we're trying to get, obviously the most and the best deals out there for our guys so that when they come play in Cincinnati, this is a great place for them to be. Yeah. At this point, do we have any questions? Anybody have anything that you want to ask me as a coach or Adrian or one of the front office members?
Mentioned it's very family oriented. Do you have any promotions planned for your families?
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna have all kinds of promotions.
Still talking to those folks? Some folks over at Catholic Rio probably now. Light on some deal, we'll give out free burritos or something like that.
But we work directly with these folks, so we have the opportunity to interact with fans. That's what it's about. It's about fan interaction.
examples. Change.
Yeah. So, and just to add to what he's saying, just from my experience as a player and as a coach, again, those are the things that we're going to be bringing to try to get the best situations for the families and the community. So when they come, it's not something that's going to, hit your pockets real hard and things like that. You can just come and enjoy the game, have a good time, meet the players and things like that.
For these tryouts, can you tell us anything about what positions you might be looking for or what the tryouts might look like for people that might be interested?
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're always looking for any kind of hidden talent. So it doesn't really matter what position they are, as long as they're, of high quality. We're not just bringing in anybody just to round out a team. We're really going out and trying to get the best players so that we can put the best product on the field. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones coming to the games, and we want to make sure that it's a good show out there. And it's not just some, your friends out there playing and, not a good situation. So yeah, we'll have those and anybody can come. We'll look at your skill set. Because arena football is a lot different than the NFL. I mean, it's still tackling and things like that, but this game is different. Your quarterbacks their reads have to be way quicker. There's not a lot of room to run, so the receivers' routes are different than what they'd be outside. Yeah, you'll still have a post, but if the end zone is right there, you can't run out of the end zone. You got to break your route off, and those are just little nuances of the game that guys will learn. So to answer your question, if we see a guy that has major quality and a skill, then we'll teach that kid or that athlete and bring him along. But if they're not up to par, then we're not going to just do things just to fill out a team. Yes, sir.
How many are on the field at a time?
There'll be 8 players on the field. So typically on offense, you'll have 3 receivers, 3 linemen, a fullback, and a quarterback. And on defense, you'll have your 3 linemen, you'll have 2 linebackers. One is a MAC linebacker like him, and then one is a jack linebacker. I played jack linebacker and won a championship. So you got one guy who's going to go in there and just bust up everything, and then you got another guy who can play side to side and read and react. And then you'll have 3 defensive backs behind that. So this is arena football is more of a passing game. So you'll see pretty much 80% of our games will be passing. Now, some of these other teams, I don't know what they'll do. And so that you might see some other teams, if you guys come to a game, you might see some other teams are running and things like that. But we'll be throwing the ball all over the place. Yeah. Go ahead.
What's the format of the game?
So like it's 8 on 8. There'll be rebound nets out there. You guys familiar with the rebound nets? There's rebound nets. So when you kick the ball off, or anytime you kick off the ball, you want to hit that net. So then the other opposing team has to catch that ball off the net and then turn and run, which takes a skill in itself. It's pretty hard. But that's that. And then you just have to be at a game and you have to see, because there's a lot of rules, a lot of things that we could go on for days about a lot of the rules, but like I said, it's different than the NFL, just being that it's made for more higher scoring and being a faster pace. So like you normally go to an NFL game and it might be, it could be 13-10, 13-3. You're sitting there and it's cold or whatever. It might be warm, it might be hot. And here it's going to be 72 degrees, and then we might be putting up 72 points. And so it's all that quick and all that. I'm serious. That's how it works. I happened to be on when I was playing arena football, we went 19-0. So I played on a team that won and set pro football history. My jersey's retired, so I played at a pretty high level. It's a very unique game, and once you guys come and you get to see it and feel it and be around the players, you'll start to understand it more, and then it give you more of a like okay, I really like this. It's enjoyable. So I hope I answered your question. All right. Yeah. Anything else?
So you had a successful arena football career. What made you want to transition into coaching, and what did you take away from your playing days that you hope to instill in some of your younger players?
So yeah, like when I got done playing, I kind of have a saying, I played the game, I didn't let the game play me. So some people play until the wheels fall off, and I didn't want to do that. I had a couple championships as a player, and like I said, we set records and all that kind of stuff. Once that was done, I still had a love for the game because arena football changed my life and it saved my life. Football, as football players, we all go to college, we all go, but everybody's opportunities are different. Everybody's roads are different. So, uh, I mean, me and him could have been at the same college if I had things aligned a little bit differently, and then other things could have happened. But woulda, coulda, shoulda. Getting back into why I got into coaching, I had a love for the game. Like I said, it changed my life. And then the things that I had learned from our coach, who had been around the game a long time, and then my coach also, one of my other coaches had coached Kurt Warner when he was playing. So that knowledge I gained and the offense that we run and all that, that's the same offense we'll run as Kurt Warner's offense. That's that information, stuck with me. And then once I got done playing, I retired for a couple of years, and then Quad Cities, we went 19-0. They had a position open, and I felt like I wanted to give back, so I decided to apply for the job there. I started off as a special teams receiver coach, and then gradually worked my way up to offensive coordinator and then a head coach. So just the learning experiences and the things that I had been through, good and bad, were the things that I brought with me, and the ways that I will deal with my players. So there were good things that happen. Obviously, you're 19-0, good things are happening, but there's also on any given team, there's always some other things that are happening and that are not always the greatest. And then those are the things, because anybody can run a team when it's all winning and it's all good, but it's the things that you don't expect, all that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that you have to keep at a low level so that you don't have big fires to put out as you're trying to build a team and trying to win during the course of the season. Yeah. Anybody else? All right, so I got a question. You guys are the Cyclones here? You guys are the front office? Oh, okay. So we plan on seeing you guys at games then, right? Okay, absolutely.
What's kind of like the average age of the range of football players?
Okay, so that's a good question. So you usually want to have a good mix of veterans and rookies, some younger guys. So you'll have guys who are, fresh out of college, who are 20, 22, 21, 22, and then you'll have some veterans who, you can get a 38-year-old veteran. We won't have that. Our veterans will be, by 30, 31, 32, that they're still able to play. This is not just go, like I said before, we're not just grabbing anybody just to get them to play. We're going out and grabbing the right guys, So, and what I'm hoping for, like when we have our open tryout out here, because most of the players that I'm recruiting right now are former players in other leagues that have experience. Some of the guys are rookies, but what we want to get out here is get to the local colleges, make sure those local colleges in Ohio State or any college around here has the opportunity to come try out. So that's where we'll get some of our rookies and most of our rookies from the open tryout. Yeah. Anything else? So at the end of the day, it's a very unique situation. I'm just speaking from me as a former player that like knew nothing when I first got into this, and then by the time after that first or second year, I kind of knew the ins and outs, and then that's why I've been involved with this game since. I could have coached college at other levels and things like that, but this is where my love is, and this is where my heart is, and so the knowledge that I have, I try to give to these guys, and whoever doesn't know about the game, teach them that so that we can have the best product again to put out there for you guys, and then to make this city proud. That's at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. We're not. I can sit up here and sell wolf tickets and all that, but we're here to do things right, attention to detail, accountability, and then making sure we put the best product on the field for you guys. Because this is for you. It's us, but it's for you guys. Without you guys, there's no games. So we're just trying to make it to where you guys feel like it's your team. It's a part of this is your city. We're here together to just make it right for them as players. So when they come here, they're open, they're welcome with open arms from you guys, and then the cities. And then when you're winning, mixed in with doing things right, then it becomes a great culture, and that's what we're trying to establish here. Anything else? Anybody got anything else? Okay. If there's no other questions or anything else, thank you guys for coming out today. Thank you for supporting us in advance. We'll make you guys proud. We just ask that the city get behind us and back us in all ways. I know you guys will. That's all I ask as the head coach is the city get behind us. We make sure we'll put a good product out there for you guys. So you guys are happy and excited. And when you leave out of this arena, you're feeling good and you're thinking about the next week so you can come back. Yes, sir. Would we? Yeah, I'd be all welcome for that. I mean, again, I'm new in town, so any kind of help, anybody. So if you know the mayor, have him call us. We'll try to get that figured out. We'll get that worked out. I mean, it's not a bad deal. I mean, if not, we can't get the mayor. We have the next mayor right here. So we'll be good. All right. If there's nothing else, I think that concludes our press conference. Thank you guys all for coming out. Just cheer us on and give us the support that I know you guys will, and we'll work together. Thank you guys.
Like sweet diet.